I got scammed of $1,647.30. Hey there, Harley here with HD Cards and Collectibles, and I'd like to welcome you to my very first unscripted rant or story time. I'm going to tell you all about how I got scammed. So let's get into it. Our story begins at the start of June when I woke up and saw a very large order on my store. HDcollectibles.com, by the way. Use code THANK5, all caps, for $5 off your order of $50 or more. Anyways, I woke up and saw this giant order for about $1,650. And obviously the very first thought that went through my head was, this has got to be a scam. So I did what any rational person would do. I double checked the billing and shipping info to make sure that those matched. I reached out to Wix themselves to get in touch with their payment team and ask them if it was a scam or if it was suspicious at all. They responded the next day and didn't really offer any helpful guidance. They just said that the customer had a couple declined payments because they tried to check out too fast, or it could have been because they were checking out too fast. I don't know. It wasn't a very helpful response regardless. Then I reached out to the customer themselves and requested a picture of their ID. They did send me a picture of their ID, and it did match the billing and shipping info. So I decided that I should probably just ship the cards. So I packaged them all up in Indestructo boxes, and because it was such a large order, I didn't have a larger box to put them in. So I even had to drive to UPS, buy one of their boxes there, and stuff it full of dunnage so it'd be safe on the trip. I actually lost about $40 on shipping just because the order was so big and so heavy. But that $40 would turn out to be the least of my issues. About 4 days after I sent out the order, Wix got back in touch with me and said that the order will likely result in a chargeback. This is the one thing that I couldn't prevent, even though I checked the billing and shipping info and I got a picture of the ID and made sure that that matched where it was being shipped as well. The only thing that could happen at that point was a chargeback scam. And Wix did tell me that that was a possibility only after I shipped out the order. And they were right. A couple days later, the customer decided to issue a chargeback on the card he used to purchase. And that's pretty much where we're at today. I reached out to Wix after they filed a dispute on my behalf, and I asked them if there's anything I could do. I sent them screenshots of mine and the customer's conversation, the photo ID he sent me, the shipping confirmation, proof that he tried to order a couple times and got declined before he successfully made the purchase. And then the cherry on top was that the customer tried to make more purchases the day after the product was delivered, but those got declined by Wix, luckily. Otherwise, he would have tried to scam me out of more product. The customer claimed that they didn't recognize the charges, even though somehow they shipped to the address that matched the ID that the person happened to have, and the email address matched the person's name. So I don't know how any of that adds up to fraud. So in my opinion, the customer definitely ordered a bunch of product and tried to do chargeback fraud. I don't at all believe that this customer's card was compromised and then somehow shipped to his own address. I don't know. And honestly, I don't know what lessons there are to be gleaned from this event, because I thought I did everything right. I reached out to Wix Payments, tried to get their input. I even made sure that all the shipping details matched. So maybe I should have just went ahead and refunded the order and ate the credit card processing fees. That's possibly the right decision, because now I'm out over $1,600 of product and the payment is being held up by the customer's bank until this is all resolved. And what's awesome about all of that is that it could take up to 2 months for the bank to make a decision. So that's great. 2 months of being out that product and the money and not knowing what's going to happen. I was obviously super frustrated when it happened. I'm a little less frustrated now, just trying to figure out different ways to still make money. And as of right now, I'm just assuming that the whole order is lost, that I'm out the product, I'm not going to get the money. I'm just trying to figure out a way to move forward. Because the $1,600 was a large portion of my stock. Probably about anywhere from 15 to 25% of the stock I had at the time. So that's a pretty big hit. My only piece of advice is to maybe give it a little bit more time before shipping out the order. Reach out to the customer, let them know that there'll be a delay in shipping, and try to sort things out with whatever platform you're using to host your site. That way they have more time to examine the purchase. One giveaway should have been that there were a couple declined orders before it was successful by the same customer. So I probably should have refunded it. Even though Wix didn't say that it was super suspicious. I don't know. I think eating the credit card processing fees probably would have been the best decision. But I was just hopeful that everything checked out. The guy sent me his ID. I was like, maybe this is legit. And it would have been huge for my business. I would have been my largest order to date. So I probably just let the excitement get in the way. So one thing that I'm trying to do to bounce back from all of this is I sold off a lot of the sealed English product I had in my personal collection just to try to make up for that loss by buying collections, some more Japanese stock, and some bulk to flip as well. And I'm getting a lot more serious about listing cards on eBay and TCG Player. I'm hoping that those sales will come in pretty quickly so that I can churn some more product and hopefully this loss or mistake or whatever you want to call it, this scam, will just be a bump in the road along the way. But I'm determined to not give up. I don't want to go anywhere. I want to see this through. I want to try as hard as I can to make this business work. So I'm going to keep pushing through, and I'm just going to have to figure something else out and a way to slowly make back that $1,600 plus loss. If you're interested at all in helping me along that journey, visit hdcollectibles.com to buy some Japanese booster boxes and use code THANK5, all caps, THANK 5, for $5 off your order of $50 or more. Buy my stuff, please. And if you're interested in seeing the very start of my journey when I was super optimistic,